Welcome to AKmtb. Today we're going to take off the cassette and I'm going to show you how to do that. When I have been taking off the cassette, I'm going to install this and this. These two parts expanding the range of my cassette. And it's doing that by taking off two parts from the cassette and adding this smaller chainring and then the bigger one. That will expand the range of my cassette. To remove the cassette, you need two tools. You need a chain whip that locks and holds the chain while using the chain tool to unlock the chain. So start by taking off the wheel. When the wheel is off, you look on your cassette and you will see that there is an arrow showing what direction you lock it and what direction that you unlock it. Put the chain whip on like this. When you have your chain whip on, put in the cassette removal tool and then turn it. If you didn't have the cassette removal tool, the cassette will just go around. But the cassette removal tool helps you to remove the lock screw. Now, when you get the lock ring off, put that aside and remove your cassette by lifting it upwards. If your freewheel hub is dirty, this is a perfect opportunity to clean it off with a shop rag and make sure that everything looks good. Keep track on this spacer because that goes between the hub and the cassette, and you need. When the hub is clean, it is a good idea to apply some grease where needed. As on this hope hub, you can see a bearing here, so therefore I'm going to apply some grease around this bearing. That will keep water away from the bearing. For this expander ring to work, I have to remove teeth 17 and 19 and replace those with this extra, that is 18 teeth. So that will make sure that the step below this one and up to this one is a good step, so it doesn't get a bit too big step on a cassette. And then I will put this big ring in the top. Start by adding grease on the hub. Since it is moving parts of metal, it's always a good idea to add grease on it. Also add grease on the seal here because this seal keeping water out from the moving parts in the hub. And put on the spacer. When the spacer is on, you're fine to put on the sprocket. There's only one way this sprocket fits, which makes the installation easy. Continue with the three biggest ones on your Shimano cassette. When you're applying the three solid ones, you don't need any spacers. Now, when two solid ones are on, it's time to start to put on the other rings. This is the 19 tooth, which is to be replaced by the new 18. Keep on track that these ones are directional, and there is an arrow showing which side should be outwards. Put that one on, followed by the spacer. Add the 15 one, follow by 13, followed by 13, and finally the last one, like that. Take the lock ring and give this one a proper clean as well, especially on the threads. Apply an amount of grease on it. Now, take your cassette tool and screw on the locking ring, just lightly. Now it's time to tighten it harder. For doing that, it's easier to put it down on the floor. And when you're tightening it, you don't need the chain whip. This should be tightened pretty hard. It should go up to 40 Newton meters. So you could do this pretty lot. That's it. The cassette is on, and now I have 11 to 50 on the cassette. When this is on, the cassette should not move in any direction. It should be solid. Now you could put it back on your bike, and you might have to readjust the shifting indexing. Okay, so we're back. I told you that you might need to readjust the shifter, which I tried to, but it didn't work out. So I have an XT with the long cage, and I got it to work properly with the 50 tooth, even though that in order to make it work really well, I have to take some part from this one, which is an old SRAM GX one, and I especially took the jockey wheels, which are slightly bigger than the one you get with the Shimano. When I did that, it worked smooth on the big chainring. The issue I have though is that the 18 tooth chainring that Superstar Components provided me with in this extender kit, it just doesn't work. Well, at least it doesn't work well. So let's go close up and see what's happening. Okay, this is what we got. Goes up well, works well. Now we come up to the 18 tooth. Okay, let's go over that one and continue. Works really good. Okay, so it doesn't go up on the 18 tooth. Let's adjust that. Let's increase the tension on the wire so it will go up more easily. Works well. Now we are on 15. and there's the sound coming. It wants to jump, it wants to move because the tension in the wire is too high. But let's just ignore that. Let's go up to the 18 that were provided with from Superstar Components. It doesn't work. Okay. Oh, it went up. That's good. Let's go down. Let's now go up. Okay. Let's put even more tension on the wire, just for the example to be shown. Goes up. Want to jump over that gear. Now it's on the way up to the 18. Let's go up to 18. That works, but doesn't sound good. So let's start over. Let's adjust the wire down back again. Slightly looser. And let's see how it goes. Jumps up, good. Next one works good. Oh, no, doesn't want to work, doesn't want to go up. Let's put it up there by moving the shifter. Now it's up there. Goes down, doesn't goes up. Let's continue. Works good, good. Up to the biggest one. That works well as well. And you should be aware of that I didn't turn on the clutch. It's off. When I turn this one on, it's gonna get even worse because that makes everything slightly harder and puts more tension into the system, which means you need to apply slightly more force in order to get the dwader to move. And that makes everything worse. So the question is, did I just spend my money on this upgrade that is totally useless, that doesn't really work? Or did I get the wrong part? Do I do something wrong? I don't know. I consider myself to be well experienced when it comes to stuff like that, so I doubt it, but who knows? It's easy to make errors, exactly. But for now, this doesn't work. I spent time here in the workshop for doing something that didn't work. This should be an easy Okay, camera battery died, but it should be an easy upgrade, so I don't know. I will get in touch with Superstar Components and see what's going on, what they have to say about it. But for now, it feels like it would be better to buy a cassette, a 10-speed cassette that has this range. There is manufacturers such as Sunrays, for example, where you could buy the full cassette that has similar range or like a wider range on the 11-speed for basically the same price. So for now, I don't recommend you to buy this. Maybe you have better experience with this upgrades. I know for sure I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna take a look on it myself and see if there's something that could be adjusted, something that could be changed, and I will let you know. So thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, suggestions why it could be like this, leave that in the comments below. And until next time, take care. Okay, I'm back again. I was starting to experimenting a little bit more, and the first thing I did was to removing this one, the 18-tooth chainring that I was provided in the kit. And I put back the 19 tooth that originally sits on the cassette. And it kind of worked, but not really. But it worked better, but it didn't work very well. So, but compared to this one, it worked really good. And I wasn't happy about it. It didn't work satisfied. So I decided to take off this one as well and see if it will work better, or if I screwed everything up totally when I put on the SRAM part and the bigger Yaki wheels. Though it didn't work with the original Yaki wheels either, so I didn't consider those Yaki wheels to be the reason why it wouldn't work, because I put those Yaki wheels on to make it work, and when I put them on, it worked a little bit better, though it didn't work. So I put the original cassette back, and just so happened to be, it works just perfectly. Goes down as it should. But most importantly, it goes up, goes over, and that is with the bigger Yaki wheels. It seems like it works just fine, so we're gonna let them be there and see how that will work out. So, for the moment, this turned out to be quite a boring story. This is not what I want to do with this channel. I want to inspire people to do stuff with their bike, inspire people to ride, and inspire people to upgrade their bike and make their bike better, so you get more riding and funnier, better experience of mountain biking. Though this one turned out not to be a funny experience at all, and I don't want to make videos where I don't recommend products, because I want products that are like working in the way I expect them to work. So I'm gonna contact Superstar Components. I'm gonna show them this video and see what they have to say about it, because I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it's up to them to see what I'm saying. But for now, it seems like I wasted my money. Don't buy it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.